I can't do this seriously with you. What was I gonna do? Hey guys, okay, ready? What? Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm going to be doing a back to school video for college, and it's going to be quarantine friendly, and I thought who better to have in this video with me than my first freshman year college roommate, and roommate currently. This is NAMRATA'S. Say hello. So we both go to UCR and we're going to be third years, and you want to tell them what your major is?
Yeah, so I'm a biology major, going into my third year, and I'm on the pre-med track.
I'm a business major, gonna do marketing hopefully, so you can see the different extremes here, but college is fun, college is good.
College is fun. Even though we were different majors, I think we had a really good time.
For our first essential, Chegg is super important. It may seem expensive at first, but this like changed our life. Like honestly, when you're lazy and you don't want to do any work, this is it.
Yeah, I think especially like, I know for you, you use it for a lot of your classes, but for me especially, I think like a lot of the math classes, physics, stats I'm taking right now, like everything is on Chegg. It's definitely like something that you can fall back onto in terms of like doing your homework, checking your answers. I think it's a really good investment, and we'll all split the $14.99 per month. So if you have a really big group, you can just be paying like 10 cents per month to use the same account.
It's super efficient that way, and it doesn't even have to be to just finesse things. If you can't figure out how to do a problem, it's gonna be on Chegg. So I highly recommend getting that for at least your freshman year of college. Our number 2 recommendation is either having Google Calendar or a planner. I think Google Calendar is helpful when you need to put your schedule down or you're doing like extracurriculars. This helps keep your life really on track. And I guess like people use a planner if you like to write things down more.
I personally love Google Calendar. I think that's like the one tab that's always open on my laptop, especially now that everything's like a Zoom meeting. Like I like to have it scheduled. I even scheduled like my friend hangouts on Google Calendar just so I'm not like making sure that I'm not double booking myself or triple booking myself even.
Sometimes I know like people put down like what time to wake up and like eat and like go to the bathroom.
I've done that before.
Every time I check something off, I feel so productive.
The third one that we thought would be really helpful is an app called Cam Scanner. Whenever you take notes, like handwritten notes, I know a lot of us like to prefer handwritten notes. Personally, I do.
Yeah, same.
Just because I remember it more. Write my handwritten notes, but I want it saved on my laptop. What this Cam Scanner app does, it's free on the App Store. You essentially just take a picture of your paper with your iPhone, and it'll scan it into a PDF, and you can export that, email it, do whatever you want with that document.
I know like I use one notebook for like 3 classes sometimes, and things get like jungled everywhere, so this would be a good organizational thing.
Yeah.
And especially because now we're doing classes online, everything's going to be all over the place, so highly recommend this. Our 4th recommendation, even though it seems very simple, is to have a water bottle. Like, how many ounces would you recommend?
I have my 32-ounce hydro.
Honestly, that's good.
I have to actually drink 2 hydros, but
you don't do it. It's okay, whatever. At least you're trying.
Number 1 thing, coffee and boba do not cut it. We go to school in Riverside. Like, it's hot down there. It gets really hot. So something that like we found is like, we're addicted to coffee. So.
And boba. Don't get us wrong. Literally, this is like what we're drinking right now. But we love our coffee and boba.
More than coffee, sometimes ice water helps me more. So.
And like sometimes I'll drink too much coffee and be like all over the place. I'm like going here and there, but like I just need water. Like just like push it out of my body or something. So our 5th tip, because like a lot of us are at home doing school online, we don't get to experience our apartments or even dorm life. That really sucks for freshmen that don't get to experience that. And what like we recommend to do is try and make your room look like a dorm. There's like so many ways to do that. I think one easy way is like putting up a tapestry. You can find them on Amazon. There's so many choices, and this will literally like it's like the easiest decoration I can think of.
Some people find it basic, but honestly it's easy and cute.
Yeah,
like, we both did it like in our dorms. Like we have our own vibes in our room. Because your work environment is like everything, right? When you're trying to focus, like that was one thing that I loved about like my dorm, and that's what I missed the most, is like doing spring quarter online was really hard in my own room at home, so then I kind of switched it up.
Exactly. So on my Instagram, I asked if you guys had any questions relating to college, and we're gonna answer some for you guys. And our first question would be, where to get textbooks for cheap, PDF rent, buy Facebook secondhand, or anything like that. So usually when I have to like buy a textbook, I'll try to find it online for free, like literally just Google it, because most of them are like super old.
I know there's a couple of websites that usually have the textbooks, so I think there's one website called like Library Genesis or something, if you guys look that up. Also OpenStax always has a lot of free PDFs, and usually if OpenStax has it, your professors will actually just link them to you. So one like I think like tip is to not buy or invest in any textbooks until the first day of class, because they're just unnecessarily expensive. It's because you're just like, oh my god, I need to be prepared.
No, definitely.
But don't worry, like give it a week and you'll be fine. In the question I mentioned Facebook, and if you guys are in like your Facebook class pages, a lot of the times you can also post there. You can find secondhand books, or even people will post the PDFs.
So our second question is college really as bad as it seems, or is it based on everyone's own way? And I think it's definitely based on everyone's own way and their own experiences. So don't let other people's like horror stories scare you, because honestly those don't even happen that often.
Yeah, and it's really, really natural to be like nervous or like scared about college, especially like right out of high school, like, and if you're moving away. It's definitely hard at first,
scary,
because you have to like you're like rebuilding your life and your social circle. It is definitely what you make of it. You know, don't be shy. Basically it's a blank canvas, right? Go to your next door neighbors, go to your hallmates, go talk to them. In classes, like talk to people in lecture. You'll find some new friends. And also what we did is like we kind of branched out in terms of like dance team and stuff, so that's where we kind of got our social circles.
Definitely helped make our year.
Find what you like to do and just go for it, because the 4 years goes by quick, so start early.
Like we're already third years, what the heck? Our next question is, talk about the stigma around schools like UCSB and UCR and being party schools, and that there's so much more than that. So definitely had that stigma that, you know, like UC Ratchet side, we got that a lot.
UC rejects, like it's bound to happen. Like it's just stigma around it. I mean, I know UCR wasn't my personal top choice, so, but I mean, at the end of the day, like where we ended up is where we ended up, happened for a reason, and I think like
I love it there. Honestly, I wouldn't trade this experience for anything. And like people are gonna tell you like, why don't you transfer when you did this and that? But like literally, do this for yourself, and if you like still at the end don't think you like it, then go ahead, try and transfer. But you have to put the effort in to have a good experience. Our next question is, how is the dorm life? Oh my god, I honestly really loved it. We were so awesome. We were roommates, obviously, but oh my god, I didn't even know her like at all before being her roommate, and dude, we're like best friends now.
Yeah, like, it turned out like you hear a lot of like roommate horror stories. I was nervous at first. I was like, oh my god, I don't know how this is gonna be.
We had a good experience. So
I think we had like one of the best experiences from what I've heard, because a lot of my friends' roommates, like they're still not as close as we are. So I think we like partial luck.
We branched out. We talked to people.
We did branch out. It's like we didn't just stick with each other. Like we have other friends. You would know if like you were having an off day or I was having an off day, and we just give each other space. We would go eat together all the time. Like it's something that you have to just like build upon. Dorm life, it's so dope because you're just living with your friends for an entire year.
That's the best part.
It's an extended sleepover.
And low-key, we took that for granted because we're stuck at home now.
Now we look back at it and we're like, oh no, we get the snap memes.
Oh my god, that's the worst part.
Like we got stuck with probably the worst dorms at UCR. Like, but if you're going to UCR, West Lothian is probably not your top choice. The laundry room was kind of iffy, but
dude, that shit was in the basement.
It looked like a dungeon.
We like, and then we had to take this ratchet elevator to the basement down this creepy hallway. And it smelled like weird down there too. But what could we do about that? We still like had to do laundry.
Had to do our laundry. Dining hall was awesome. Everything was really fun.
God, I miss the dining hall because we have to make food now.
Do not take the dining hall for granted.
And our next question is, how did you choose your major? Well, for me, I always knew I wanted to do something with business, and I didn't know my concentration exactly, but I think the classes at UCR did really like help me figure out what I wanted, and also talking to like upperclassmen, be like, how do you feel about this? What's best at the school? But yeah, that's about me. What about you?
So yeah, I'm in like the STEM field, so as a bio major, I get a lot of like the prerequisites out of the way for med school, so that's kind of one reason I chose it. Another reason is that there are a lot of like specific biologies that you can choose at UCR and other colleges, but I think the broader biology major, like I can take a wide array of classes. Like if I like plants, I can take plants. If I just like cellular biology, I can take classes of that. So I'm not like kind of boxed into one type of class.
Yeah. For our favorite question, what's it like being on a dance team?
You go first.
So all of high school, it was like my dream to be on a college like dance team, and I was so excited when UCR had a Bollywood team. So I'm on the Bollywood team, and then she's
on the Ross
team. And our freshman year was so great. We made so many friends.
I credit a lot of my freshman year being so amazing to my dance team.
And we got to be captains ourselves our second year. That was such a
different experience.
Yeah,
it was difficult but very like rewarding.
Yeah,
like at the end of the day, like it was a learning experience. Okay. They might tell you it's not a time commitment, but it's a serious time commitment. We need to have practice, both of us, like 9 p.m. to 12 a.m. every single night.
That was horrible. But it was so fun and then
honestly really fun. Like it was a good stress relief at the end of a long day. It was just like nice to see your friends and just dance at the end of the day.
That's what we love to do, socialize and dance. Thank you guys so much for watching. We had so much fun doing this video and giving you the top essentials and answering these stressful questions you may have. And
if you or guys are curious about anything else, feel free to reach out to us.
I'll link all our social media in the description below, so don't be afraid. And that's it for today's video. See you next time. Bye!